All righty. Good morning, everyone. Today's date is Friday, June 11th, 2021. It's 9:30 a.m. We're here for our work session of Commissioners Court. First item we have this morning is from our auditor's office.
Good morning.
Morning.
The first thing I have is a line item. I'll have a line item transfer, and it'll be from election office equipment, $594.19, to election machine maintenance, $594.19. For her poll books is what that is. Software. It's our annual software.
Okay.
And then the next thing I have for today is to ratify the county judge's signature on the U.S. Department of the Treasury Coronavirus Local Fiscal Recovery Fund Award Terms and Conditions. And this agreement had to be done through DocuSign. When we did the registration to apply, we had to apply and register for our allocation of the $6 million that we're supposed to get. And the judge had to go ahead at that time and sign that document in order for all of that to process, so that we could receive the first half of those funds, which we have received as of last
Wednesday?
This week.
Yeah.
Actually, Wednesday. And so now we're just waiting for the Bible, so to speak, the document, the book that they're putting
Clarification
together
on how you can spend it.
on how the funds are to be used and spent.
What-
When will we get that, do you know?
It's not supposed to come out till July.
The register is open
Mm-hmm.
for people you can comment on the register,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna leave that open until sometime in July.
Yeah, July
And then-
16th.
And then
I
they'll
believe,
make decisions on
after that.
after that.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what we're allowed to do with it.
Hopefully the register, what my understanding, lots of the comments will be, is to expand infrastructure.
Mm-hmm. I know on my
Options.
listserv, I think on Ida's too, she's seeing a lot. I mean, everyone's just unsure at this point because there's no clarification. There's a draft out there, but there's just no concrete, and everybody's anxiously anticipating to start using those funds and getting them
The problem is,
back into the communities.
I think what people are concerned about is the actual audit period is after this administration. So anytime you take money from the federal government and you change administrations, you know, what is good now, when they audit may not be. And if they determine that we spent money that the new administration wouldn't approve, then the county's obligated to pay the money back.
Well, that makes you really hesitant to spend any
Yeah.
of it. You know?
And the other thing is, if you don't use all the funds in the allocated time, it's 2024, if you don't use all those funds, you do have to send them back. So you want to have a plan in place where hopefully you can utilize all those funds, because they're going to get that money back and they're going to divvy it up.
Yeah, because the audit
All over the
plan's
country.
not till 2026.
Right.
And so, like I said, it's a,
You know, it'd be nice if they could just do something and not have so many strings
Simple.
attached to it,
Yeah.
so you'd know where you stand.
Yeah.
Because the draft right now was what, like 200 pages?
yeah.
I mean, it's trying to read all that and decipher. I mean, and a lot of it is in legal language. So,
Well, I do think that the majority of ours, if they expand the infrastructure,
yeah.
we would be justified in doing that, even if they disallowed it. We'll do the things that we feel like we need to do, anyway. And then the other thing would be the broadband, trying to enhance our broadband
Security.
and computer security, but also the broadband for the whole area. And that is, even right now, an approved item that you can do. And you know, anytime you get dealing with the broadband and all that stuff, it runs into money pretty quick. So, all right, anything else, Melinda?
So right now, for today's, that's all I have.
Okay. All right, no report from the treasurer, so I do have the health center EMS run for May 21st, they had a total of 36 calls. They had 8 transfers and 28 EMS calls. 19 of those occurred within health center, 9 outside of the city. They had 5 no transports, so they had a total of 31 billable runs. Their financial statement for May of 2021 shows a net income of $16,129.68. Their total expenses were $19,783.85 for a net of a negative $3,654.17. And so I'll ask y'all to approve that as of Monday. Any questions about that? All right. All right, the sheriff was supposed to be here today. I know he's got personnel and an air conditioner. And so we won't have our air conditioner because I didn't get the quote from Johnson Control. So depending on the weather and stuff, we may, when we get it, we may, if we decide we need to do something, we may have a special called meeting. We're going to have to anyway next week. Ida has some training that TAC wants to come and present to us. So, and I think she'll talk to us Monday about that. So,
When we had our audit this year, it was discovered that we had not done that. So we just need to appoint
okay.
Harold.
All right.
Or Dave.
Harold.
Whoever is certified, put it that way, so, to that committee, and it's a formality.
Certified or certifiable? But,
And then the other thing I have is to approve the 2020 annual report and authorize payment of the 2021 stipend for the Olton Volunteer Ambulance Association. And they have provided us with their annual financial report and their run report, and the judge has that information. I don't know if you want to go ahead and read it.
I will wait
Today?
till Monday since it's not on the agenda for today. So, but we do have a pretty extensive report from them. So,
It falls, the way they do their run log, since they just completed, because theirs is it's a federal fiscal year, so from October to September. So we just now got, it's like a year behind. Their 2019 is we have their financial for 2020 ending in September, but their run log is from 2019. So, but we're ready to issue their stipend if y'all approve.
okay. Any
I think
questions?
that's-
Anything else? Any questions of Melinda? The next one is Ida, and she does have on here, she wants to schedule a meeting on June 24th at 2 with TAC. And so I guess we'll meet 2 consecutive days that week because we'll have this special call meeting. Then if we change our regular meeting to the 25th, then we'll have that there. So, and then on my items, we had an incident occurred this week. Mr. Hippolito's gone, and we had a company that had been working on a septic system, and they needed an inspection. And of course, even if we had a new person in place, they wouldn't be trained to do that. So I did contact TECQ, and they didn't really want to be involved. They gave me a name of a gentleman out of Lubbock that does inspections for Lubbock, and he has done inspections for Hockley and for Crosby County when they needed somebody. And so we authorized that company to use him, and I'll have his name and everything on Monday. I think we need to. David Hippolito has discussed with me that he would do that with the contract basis for us until we get somebody in place and get them trained. But he's on vacation. He's out of pocket until I think the 22nd, and this one was already in place for him to do. So I just told Rocio we would allow this gentleman from Lubbock to do this one, and we would, any other ones, we would just tell them that Mr. Hippolito wouldn't be back till the 22nd. And, but we probably do need to have a couple of people lined up so we can do that. And so, like I say, I just neglected to get his information from Rocio, but just so y'all will be aware when we get a invoice that we did authorize him to do that. And then,
Speaking of that, Judge, how do we stand with regard to a replacement for him?
I hadn't talked to
Anything going on?
any of the committee or so, but, and then on 2022, I was contacted by actually, Rocio was contacted by Elsa out of Judge Hugel's office. And of course, they plan their calendars way in advance, so they had asked if we had the proposed holidays for next year in place. So I have submitted to everyone a list of the holidays. It is a little different, and so I wanted y'all to look at those. New Year's is on a Saturday, and so I didn't know if we wanted to take the Friday before or the Monday after. I listed the Monday after. And then on, let's see, we got Martin Luther King is on a Monday, January 17th. Good Friday is on a Friday, April 15th. Memorial Day is Monday, May 30th. Independence Day is July 4th. It's on a Monday. Labor Day is Monday, September 5th. Veterans Day is Friday, November 11th. Thanksgiving is Thursday. I listed Thursday and Friday, November 24th and 25th. And Christmas is a little different too. Christmas is on a Sunday, so I listed the Friday the 23rd and Monday the 26th, because we usually take 2 days at Christmas time. So that is 11 holidays. That is what we've had the last couple of years. It's just the fact that I didn't know on that New Year's Day, or if you had rather take something other than what I listed for. I think if we took the Friday on Christmas, that would give people that have to travel that day to travel. And
I
then
think so,
and then
too.
that Monday to come home. So anyway, y'all look at that. If you have feelings or if you think we need to subtract or add, just let me know by Monday and we'll look at that. All right, the sheriff's still on there. District Attorney's Office, looks like their lease on one of their copy machines is coming due. The District Clerk,
Same thing. And ESET, the virus protector for all the county computers.
okay. And then Indigent Health, and then Kenny has an item.
Yes, Phyllis Wall and the Serve Plainview group reached out to me this week with regard to the shrubbery out here around this monument. They do look pretty bad. They've outused their useful life, and this last winter, this really cold weather really did them in, and they were asking and offered to remove them and haul them off for us, and which would be great, and at no cost to the county. The only thing we'll need to do is have them chemically treated so none of them come back, but I think it would improve that corner out there a lot at this point. They look pretty bad. And also on a related item, we're gonna have some flowers put out here on the steps out here on the front. We're not gonna do them on all of the courthouse. It's just too hard to keep them watered, but
Okay.
so we'll be, and they offered to help with kind of maintaining them, keeping them watered a little bit, so. And we'll probably need to talk to Andrew, maybe get the probation. It's really hard to keep them watered when it gets hot, so.
Yeah.
But they noticed we hadn't put them out yet, and they're asking about them, so. And it does help the looks of it.
Okay. All right. Any questions of Kenny? All right.
I don't see any water volunteers yet.
And then well, I'll even volunteer on the days I do magistrate duty. I'll water them on that Saturday and Sunday.
Well, the problem, probably the biggest problem is, of course, when they dry out, they dry out quick, and on the weekend, like
Yeah.
on Saturday and Sunday, if they're not, you don't watch them, they'll burn up in a hurry.
Yeah. So, all right, and then precinct, or Commissioner of Precinct 4.
We had some results off our last auction that we had, gonna be giving that Monday. And then, Harold and I were discussing purchasing some chip seal rock for some roads that we need to redo. And, we can get that at a cost of $35 a ton through JG McMillan.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we wanted to take that out of Road and Bridge or, you know.
How many tons did you think you guys gonna get?
Did you say that day?
I'm thinking 20 to 30 loads or something like
You was thinking, we will have it here in
that. If we all have 2 trucks each, it won't take long.
and it's a scenic drive to Boys Ranch.
But that's the only place I could ever find the rock.
Okay. So from what you're saying, you're probably looking at $15,000-$20,000
Yeah.
for rock.
Yeah.
It's about $300 a load.
Yeah, do it $35 a ton.
Yeah, 24 times 35, whatever that is, 600.
It'd be nice to have some here on hand.
That's where I got it from last time.
Okay, any other questions of Jimmy? All right, then, our next item is to adjourn, so, if there's nothing else.
There he
Oh,
is.
there he is.
You wanna unadjourn?
Well, we hadn't adjourned yet. Do you want to tell us about your air conditioner?
Yeah, we had to replace 2 air compressors instead of replacing the whole unit. The whole unit was gonna be a little over 10. 2 air compressors were 7,500. In the Midwest.
When it starts getting this hot, it tells you in a hurry which one of those
Yeah.
units are getting weak.
Yeah, it burns them up quick, so.
That's it.
All righty, then, we'll stand adjourned at, 10:51 a.m.
Thank you.
Not 10, Ray just tells
We
me,
ain't been here that
I was
long.
like, "Dang."
so I can't read the clock.
Sun got you round up.